On an ordinary night, the United States went dark. Phones stopped ringing. Texts refused to send. And in thousands of homes, a single word flashed on millions of screens. S.O.S. It wasn't a storm. It wasn't a power grid failure. It was something far stranger and far more unnerving. Verizon, one of the largest networks in America, suffered a nationwide outage. But as the night unfolded, something about this blackout felt different. It wasn't just a technical glitch. It was a warning. The first reports came in just after sunset. In small towns across the East Coast, customers noticed their phones quietly switching to emergency mode. No calls in, no calls out. At first, people assumed it was just their device, a weak signal, maybe a glitch. But then, the outage map began to light up. Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. Within minutes, red pins flooded the Verizon outage map. The pattern spread westward like a storm, moving without clouds. People tried restarting their phones. Some called Verizon support, but their calls never connected. Others drove around searching for signal towers, only to find them completely dark. It wasn't just the network. It was as if something had silently severed the invisible strings holding communication together. By 9:17 p.m. Eastern Time, something unprecedented happened. The Verizon outage map, normally a dull, quiet page, was now blood red. Every major city was marked: Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Seattle. Down Detector, a third-party service, spiked with over 100,000 reports in under 30 minutes. And then, screens everywhere began to display the same message: emergency calls only. People rushed online through Wi-Fi connections, trying to figure out what was going on. Theories flooded social media: cyber attack, solar flare, system failure. But none of it felt convincing, because something else was happening in the background, something no one could explain. Technicians on the ground in New Jersey reported something chilling. Entire cell towers were unresponsive, not just down, unresponsive. Power lights off, fiber feeds cut, backup systems silent. It was as if someone or something had flipped a single switch across the country. Emergency services tried to use backup lines, but even some 911 systems were partially affected. For a brief, terrifying window, parts of America couldn't call for help. In rural areas, elderly residents were trapped without service. Families couldn't reach loved ones. Truck drivers couldn't get GPS. Hospitals struggled to verify patient data. It wasn't chaos in the streets. It was something worse. It was silence. By midnight, the internet was buzzing. Hackers, foreign attacks, secret government drills. People were making wild guesses because no one knew the truth. Verizon's official page went down for several minutes, adding to the panic. A vague statement appeared hours later. We are aware of a network issue affecting some customers. Our engineers are working to resolve it. Some customers? But the map told another story. Millions were in the dark. Conspiracy theorists latched on fast. Some claimed they saw blinking red lights above towers before they went offline. Others said the outage happened at the exact same time across multiple states, a coordinated strike. Was it real? Or paranoia amplified by silence? At 2:43 a.m., Verizon finally revealed a detail. The outage was caused by a major software issue affecting core routing systems. Their words sounded rehearsed, cold, corporate. But here's the strange part. A software glitch usually creates gradual failures. This one hit like a hammer, instantly. Experts began to whisper in cybersecurity forums that the outage behaved less like a glitch and more like a controlled shutdown. Routing systems don't just forget how to work. Someone or something has to tell them to stop. While Verizon was busy issuing statements, people on the ground experienced something else entirely. Screens displayed S.O.S, but a few users reported something more chilling. When they tapped their emergency call screen, they heard faint static, and in that static, a low hum. Some described it as an electric pulse. Others swore it sounded like a whisper. Of course, there's no official record of this, but hundreds of posts appeared on forums describing the same unnerving sound. Was it interference or something that wasn't supposed to be heard? Around 4 a.m., as quietly as it began, the network came back. No alerts, no explanation. Just bars of signal returning one by one like nothing had happened. Verizon released a short statement the next day. The issue has been resolved. We apologize for the inconvenience. But people didn't forget. Thousands of posts, screenshots, and outage map captures flooded the internet. The night America went silent became a legend of its own. Cybersecurity experts still debate the event. Yes, it could have been a glitch. Yes, networks fail sometimes. But the simultaneous tower silence, the uniform S.O.S. displays, and the lack of detailed explanation left a scar on the country's sense of security. If a simple software issue can silence an entire nation's voice overnight, what else can be taken away with just a switch? That night taught millions a silent lesson. We live in a world bound together by invisible threads, threads of signal, data, power. And when those threads snap, darkness isn't loud, it's quiet. And that quiet can be terrifying. The next time your phone flashes SOS, ask yourself, is it just a glitch or the start of something far bigger? Stay alert, stay connected, and never trust the silence.